So due to the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, right, and unfortunately we have seen an escalation of the crisis with Russian forces invading further into Ukraine cities. That's not a good thing, of course, right? But we have seen oil prices breaching the $100 psychological level. So this is crude oil prices right here at about $115. So we have breached this psychological $100, and due to oil prices breaching this level, we have seen like a strength in this new sector, and that will be none other than the oil and natural gas sector. And in today's video, we'll be looking at this sector specifically, right, in the Singapore market. What are some of the stocks that is in this oil and natural gas sector that is benefiting from rising oil prices? So watch this video all the way to the end if you want to know what are some of the stocks that are in my watch list, whereby I've alerted some clients to it, and we did see a couple of good bullish entry signals that are still playing out. So there could potentially still be more upside. It could be just the beginning, depending on how oil prices will go, right, and depending on the situation that we are seeing in Russia and in Ukraine as well, right? So watch this video all the way to the end if you want to know what are these 5 stocks that are in my watch list, whereby you can potentially think about getting in to ride more upside. So these are pretty much the 5 oil and natural gas stocks that has been in my watch list over the past few weeks, even before the escalation of the crisis, right, between Russia and Ukraine, right? So pretty much watch these stocks, and we'll look at each of these stocks. We'll look at the charts very quickly before we dive into the system that I have to see what it says, if there are any bullish in there as well, and if there can actually be more upside. So these are the 5 stocks actually, right? You can see Rex International, the first one. Second one would be Geo Energy Resources. In fact, these stocks, as a client of mine in Phillips Securities, where I'm a broker, we did share some of those stocks in terms of the chart, in terms of some targets that were drawn to clients as well. Alright, so if you're not yet a client, do reach out to us. I'll probably put the link below this video. Alright, but these are pretty much the stocks, right? Golden Energy is one of them as well. They have seen quite good strength over the past few days. Bumitama Agri, alright, this is one of those palm oil stocks as well, which is benefiting from rise in oil prices. Golden Agri Resource as well, something like Bumitama Agri. So these are pretty much the stocks that has been in my watch list over the past few weeks. We are seeing strength still, but there could potentially be a little bit more upside, right? So of course, when any new one that comes in, that's where I will alert to clients as well as some of my students as well, right? So watch this video all the way to the end, all right? And we're going to talk about the first one right now, and that would be Rex International, right? So let's go on to Rex first before we move on to each of them. And if you're holding on to any of these stocks, or you're looking to get out, or maybe you're already sitting on positions on this, all right, I think definitely you'll be much clearer after watching this video. Let's go. Okay, so the first stock would be Rex International, alright, one of those good stocks that we like as well. It's been an uptrend. We can actually draw an upward sloping channel support line. And in the video I did about a month back, I talked about this stock as well. I think it was somewhere around that 35 cents, and it seems like we have pushed higher again. We have broke that 36 cents, and even that 40 cents level gave way as well. So I would say that right now the support level would be at about that 40 cents level. You can see right here, this is where the 20 days moving average green line is as well. So let me just put back this line. So 40 cents would be like a psychological support level. We are actually consolidating, right? Consolidating from 40 cents to about 45, right? That's pretty much the range, about a 5 cents range. We are seeing a little bit of resistance, a bit of selling pressure near 45, but I think if we do get past that 45, 46 level, targets can be raised all the way towards that 50 cents, whereby some profit taking can actually come back again, right? So one of those stocks that I like, anything above that 40 cents, I think the uptrend looks pretty intact, and we can potentially see more upside, especially if we see a further push in oil prices, which can benefit stocks like this, right? So let's take a look at the system that I have to see what it says before we move on to another stock. Okay, so this is Rex International on the 1GT, right? One good trend system that I have that alerts us to counters like this, and also guides us on entry and exit, right? So I'm not go too far, but I think somewhere around September, we got a good bullish signal. 27 September, went up all the way from about 20 cents to about 33, 34 cents, got an exit, and we started to see a little bit of weakness. Look at this, right? Got a bearish signal, went down, started to consolidate a couple of bullish here as it went up a little bit. But let me just move back to somewhere nearer. That would be like 3rd of Feb right here. That was like 3rd of Feb. We got a bullish signal. It broke this red dotted resistance line, went up, got exit. And you can see that over the past few days right here on the 23rd of Feb, right? 23rd of Feb, which would be pretty much just last Wednesday, right? So today is like the 3rd of March. So last Wednesday, 23rd of Feb, we actually got like a new bullish signal that just came out, right? And you can see that we're seeing a little bit of consolidation higher. And as I say, this 40 cents would be some sort of like a support level for now. So if we do stay above that 40 cents, I think not too bad. All right, hopefully we break this 45 cents resistance, and that's where I would say more upside can play out, and that's where this bullish signal can also play out further. All right, so this is Rex International. Let's move on to the next stock in this sector. Okay, so this is Geo Energy, one of those stocks that we like in the energy sector as well in the Singapore market. All right, and Geo Energy have kind of like broken this 35 cents resistance level. We have covered it. I think clients were alluded to it as well, somewhere around here. All right, so we broke this 35 level. You can see started to consolidate, push up slowly, and in the video that I did last month, it was somewhere around here as it slowly approached this target, which would be a resistance at about 42 to 43, and that was like the recent high we have seen somewhere in October. Right, so we're actually seeing a little bit of profit taking near 42, 43, which is perfectly normal because that's where we saw selling as well. Right, but the key here is this, right? Over the past few days, with oil prices breaching the $100 level, we have broken, right, this 43 level, right? Broken this 43 level, so upside targets were drawn all the way to maybe about the 50 cents level. All right, and that's where you can see this is where the 20 days moving average line is as well. All right, somewhere around the 43. All right, so we have breached at 43, went up to our first target at 50 cents, and it seems like today, right now, right? So this is live, guys. Right now it's like 52 cents, right? 52 cents. So it seems like we are attempting to break this 50 cents psychological as well. All right, psychological resistance level, and that's where targets can be revised higher, maybe towards the 55 to 60 cents. So because we have seen quite a good run, by more than like 10% over the past few days, more than 10-15%. So that's why I would say that as we approach maybe to the 55 to 60 cents, we might actually see a bit of profit taking. So just take note, I think if you're kind of like got in somewhere around here, you have rode the upside more than 10-15%, it's good to also take steps to protect your profit. So you want to raise your stop loss upwards, so in case if you to like come back down, you get out, you still make money. So for now, I think if you're holding on to positions, you can set your stop loss maybe like 49, 485, and just in case you go back down below 50 cents, you can also just get out, right? Lock in some profits still. You don't want it to go all the way down and it's back to the price that you have bought if you have got in here. All right, so this is Geo Energy. I think it looks quite good still. Anything above that 50 cents new higher support level, I think that's where the uptrend can potentially continue. But take note of where selling can take place, right? Which is around the 55 to maybe that 60 cents first. So let's take a look at Geo Energy on my 1GT system to see what it says if there are any bullish signals that have came out recently. All right, so somewhere around like September, look at this, is like 1st of September 2021, we got a really good bullish signal, and there was a play on oil prices as well. All right, so we went up from about 25 cents to about that 39-40 cents. We got an exit, look at this right here, and then we got like a red arrow down. So that would be like a bearish signal. All right, so we started to see a little bit of weakness. You can see it started to hit down. All right, went down, and eventually we went all the way down. We got the exit, and then like a new bullish signal actually came back, and this is where we are, right? We kind of rebounded a little bit, got an exit, and recently, right, 21st of Jan, let me just zoom in right here, 21st of Jan 2022, all right, we got a new bullish signal. As you can see, I think we kind of broke this resistance level right here around that 34, 35, and we started to push up, and this is where we are right now. I think somewhere around that 50 cents level. We have broke the 50 cents level as well, as I mentioned, right? So yeah, I think right now, as I say, this bullish signal seems like there is still no exits yet. So if we can hold above that 50 cents, potentially we can even push higher, and we'll see when this exit signal can come out, right? And if we see an exit signal, it can also guide us to get out or take some profit as well. So let's move on to the third stock that we have seen strength in the Singapore oil and natural gas sector as well, right? So guys, if you like this video, go ahead to give me a like or a thumbs up. It will definitely help out the channel, and thank you so much for doing it. And of course, smash the subscribe button if you have not yet done so that you will not miss out on any videos like this. All right, so the third stock would be Golden Energy, whereby we have covered previously as well. Or we kind of broke this 32 cents resistance level. Look at this, this was like a resistance. We have seen it consolidate, all right, all the way from like November to around like February below the 32 cents, and then we broke the level, went up to near 40, came back down, and over the past few days, it seems like we are seeing some good support level coming back around the 30 cents level, and we have broken, all right, this psychological 40 cents level, right? So this counter is a little bit more volatile, I would say, compared to like Geo and even Rex International. It's a little bit more volatile, so you can like took some profit, came down, and we are seeing quite a good rebound back up. So right now, I would say that this 40 cents, let me just turn this line to green in color. We say this 40 cents, right? The fact that we have broken this 40 cents level today, that would be kind of like a new support level, right? 40 cents to maybe 45, about like 5 cents range. So if we can consolidate above 40 cents, hold above over the next few days, we might see some healthy consolidation here from 40 to 45, up, down, and eventually, of course, if we do break this 45 cents level, that is where upside can be reiterated again to the next target, and that would be around the 50 cents level, which is pretty much where we were somewhere in October last year, right? So this is golden energy, a little bit more volatile, I would say. So we do head to near those resistance like 45 or maybe 50 cents. That's where you can also think about like taking some money off the table. So we have covered 3 stocks in the Singapore oil and natural gas sector, and that would be like Rex International, we have like Geo Energy as well, and we have Golden Energy, right? So just 2 more stocks, hang in there. We look at Bumitama Agri and also Golden Agri Resource as well. We look at the charts and maybe even look at the system to see if there are any bullish signal, right? So let's dive into Bumitama Agri right now. Okay, so this is Bumitama Agri right here, trading at about 0.77, right, which is 77 cents. So I would say that somewhere around like February, mid of February right here, just about 2 weeks back, we did see a little bit of bullish actions coming back when we broke this resistance level, and that would be like the 60 cents level. This 60 cents was a key resistance that we've been consolidating below, right, since like 2020 for like about more than 2 years, right, and we kind of broke this 60 cents level, and there were some upside targets that were drawn as well from 60 cents all the way to 70 cents. And you know, when it broke this level, there were already some signs of the trend turning up. Look at this, right? The moving averages were starting to point up, the green above the red, all right, red above the blue. So in terms of the moving averages, we are looking at a pretty decent uptrend, all right? And of course, we can also draw what we call an upward sloping channel support line, all right, as we approach this 60 cents resistance. So it looks something like an ascending triangle pattern, all right, a little bit of that, but the main thing is we did break this 60 cents and the upside really started. I think clients related to it as well, right? So we kind of went up all the way to around 70 cents, a little bit of profit taking, and over the past few days we have breached this 70 cents level as well. So I would say that upside targets would be raised towards that 80 cents level, 80 cents level. And why 80 cents? Look at this right here, guys. 80 cents was where we were somewhere in 2020, right? About 2 years back, we kind of touched the 80 cents and we saw selling all the way back down. So that is where we can expect a little bit of profit taking. So you've got in somewhere around here, you know, 60, 70 plus. I think it's also good to kind of like protect the profits or lock in some profits near that 80 cents level, because that's where we can actually see some heavy selling as well, right? But you know, as I say, right, if we do see further strength in oil prices, stocks like this would actually benefit further. We might even attempt to break these 80 cents, and that's where targets can be revised higher to maybe even that 90 cents, right? But let's just look at how it plays out when it nears 80 cents, right, and see if we can clear this resistance level. So then with Bumitama Agri, I think it looks quite good, but just that it has gone up by quite a fair bit, so it's also okay to think about taking some profit, or you know, take steps to protect your profits as prices were to push higher, right? So let's take a look at the system that I have to see if there are any bullish signals recently. Okay, so this is Bumitama Agri on my 1GT system. I would say that somewhere around here in September, 29 September, we got a bullish signal, started to push up, got exit, and you can see that we're pretty much consolidating, as I mentioned, right, just below that 60 cents level. You can see we consolidate. So a couple of like bullish entry and exit signal as it consolidated. Not much of a move, frankly, but I think somewhere around here on the 4th of January, right? So 4th of January, just zoom in for you right here, 4th of Jan 2022, right? As the year began in 2022, we got this really good bullish signal. It was still consolidating below this red dotted resistance line, right? So as I mentioned, right, this resistance that I've drawn was about the 60 cents level, but on the system that I have, right, it kind of like draws it out automatically for us. Of course, we can take it out and show it as well, all right? But we did have this bullish signal that came out, and eventually we broke this resistance somewhere around here in 4th of Feb, and that's where the upside really started. So you can see right now this is where we are, around at 77 cents, and of course you can see there are still no exit signals, right, from this recent bullish signal on the 4th of January. So it seems like we've gone up for about 2 months now, and there's still no exit. So we see how it plays out. As I say, right, this 80 cents level would be key, all right? We actually consolidate below 80 cents, maybe 78, 79, somewhere around there. We do stay below for a while and we're not able to break that level. That's where we might potentially see an exit, all right? Or if we do break that 80 cents, that's where I think this bullish signal can continue to even play out further. right? So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so finally guys, the last stock I'd like to share with you that is in the oil and natural gas sector as well, alright, would be this stock called Golden Agri Resource, right here trading about 0.33, right? So over the past, I would say 1 year plus, there were already some signs of the uptrend, very gentle uptrend, alright, not much of a move. You're like consolidating slightly sideways, a little bit up as well, and we can draw this upwards sloping channel support line right here as it forms what we call higher lows, right? It just shows that buyers are prepared to buy at higher prices. But of course, along the way, we did see a little bit of profit taking. It came back down, all right, and that would be selling near that 30 cents level. This 30 cents, 28, 30 cents was a major resistance over the past 1-2 years. Because it came down, we nearly came down, and over the past few days we did approach this like 30 cents level right here, and there was some selling, but it seems like we have broken this 30 cents psychological resistance level today, and that's where potentially we can see the uptrend start to play out, right? So that's just the beginning, all right? It's just the beginning stage. As long as we hold above these 30 cents, so it's only like 1 day or 2 days, right? So if we can hold above 30 cents over the next few days or next few weeks as well, I think that would be a good sign that could show that the uptrend can slowly play out. We might actually see a little bit of profit taking maybe near that 35, 34, but if you can even break that 35 resistance level, that is where upside can be reiterated, targets can be revised all the way to maybe even that 40 cents level, right? So that would be Golden Agri, all right? It seems like it's just broken this 30 cents, so you've keen to my watch list over the past few days, so just want to share with you guys as well, all right, and see how it plays out. All right, guys, that's it, right? So we have covered pretty much 5 stocks that is in my watch list over the past few weeks, that is in the oil and natural gas sector in Singapore, all right? So just think of these 5 stocks: Rex International, Geo Energy Resource, Golden Energy, Bumitama Agri, and finally Golden Agri Resource. Right, so we have gone through kind of like the stocks, or in terms of the charts, some of the levels to take note whereby we can see selling, and also for some of them we look at the system that I have to see if there are any exits that came out on some of those bullish signals, right? So I hope you have a clearer picture on these 5 stocks, right? And if you want to find out a little bit more on how to get access to a system like this, or maybe even the framework behind the system, just click on the link below. I'll probably put the link below this video. You can attend one of those free web classes called One Good Trend, where I share with you a little bit more on the entire strategy behind the system, and also how a system can help you, like how it has helped us as well. All right, and yeah, I mean, as a client of mine, where I'm a broker in Philips Securities in Singapore, if you're not getting any service or not getting any ideas or direction by WhatsApp or something, do reach out to us as well. I'll probably put the link below, and that's where you can get some of these ideas much faster as a client as well. Right, that's where we do send out daily WhatsApp broadcasts to clients, right, just to alert them to certain counters like these. We do a quick description of the targets that are drawn and all that, right? So do reach out. I'll put the link below, and I hope you like this video as well. If you do like this video, guys, go ahead to give me a like, all right, and that will really help out the channel. Of course, smash the subscribe button so that you will not miss out on any videos like this. All right, so I hope you like this video. Joey here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.